Entertaining streamers. TOURNEY is the man for entertainment, always popping off, and his two teammates as well, designed for and Humed. Amazing players in the ALGS as well. So all controller players, and they're going to be repping it for the stick players today. So we're going to see some shots going in from Design for. He's going to break the shield of the Gibby, and he's going to absolutely melt him with the Scout as well. TOURNEY will get the finish onto one of the Solar Fide players. That's going to be Kind who goes down, but great shots coming in from that Scout. And as I say, controller players, you don't want to be getting in up close battles with them. I'm not going to give the aim assist any hate whatsoever. I'm a controller player. It's all equal. We can't turn left and right. It's as simple as that. We can turn forward, we can shoot forward, but don't go left or right or behind us.
Well, TOURNEY on the hunt, and after getting one down, it is a 3 versus 2. But as I say that, Design for actually will fall, and now TOURNEY needs to win this fight. Decent shots coming out from him, though. Lyric will fall, and now he gets some shots in with the Mastiff to try and follow up, but will not get the knock. It means it's going to be a 1 versus 1, so he's just desperately trying to stay alive, wait for his teammate to come along. Can he clean things up? Can he secure this victory, the 3v3? But he's dipping, he's diving, he's dodging, and unfortunately he falls. And what an insane 1v1 that was. But a third party arrives.
Yeah, the armor swap there from Noko saved him in that fight. He managed to win it. I don't think he had any armor to work with. Here's old man Hodzik, the boomer, as he hates to be called, and therefore I will call him it. I absolutely love him to bits, and you can see the Team Liquid coach here.
So towards like Carrier and Docks, as you say, Oasis was slightly in there, and some teams have already kind of taken up residency here. You can see they know another team is just across the way, so a couple of warning shots trying to deplete some of their resources a little bit in case they do have to fight them later. Vibes was just taken down, Alliance Vibes also in the lobby. Just so many huge names from the LGS mark that we've been able to commentate over the past few weeks and, well, longer, a few months for you. And this lobby is just more stacked and stacked the more I look at the names involved.
Yeah, it's insane. Every single player in this lobby is crazy at the game. Even, you know, the streamers who maybe not competing in the ALGS, still insane mechanically. And that's what we're going to see in some of these team fights. There's going to be no easy pushovers whatsoever. And you can see Tech just dropping an armor there. Maybe going to charge that one up a little bit and look to get an armor swap a little bit later on. But now we're going to move across to watch Shiny, one of those players that plays for Complexity, the winners of the most recent ALGS online competition. And this man, we talk about ASMR, right? We like a person with a cool voice, right? A nice, calming, soothing voice. But that is this man. Check out his stream. You can hear him in the background. It's beautiful. It's dulcet. It's wonderful.
Mark just being a fanboy. That's always. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. Onset doesn't
want to listen to a voice like Shiny's, hey? Come on.
You do spend about 80% of your life just in Apex streams, so it is understandable that you now know all of their voices and probably all of their birthdays and everything that follows. Addresses, I don't know.
Anything I can. Dude, I'll go through the trash if I need to be honest with you, to find out what I need to find out. But it's in a post-COVID world. I'm sorry. Right now, obviously, you know, staying isolated, we're gonna be smart about things. But Bowser, Lulu, and Tech still hold up in this position, center zone, and around 58 seconds until that zone is gonna close. You can see they don't have the beacon though, so they're not gonna know where that zone is gonna be going. But of course, on the crypto is gonna be Tech. So if there are any beacons around for him to hit, he'll be able to get that information on where that next circle will be moving. But at the moment, a little bit of a poke battle. And when you've got a Gibraltar and you've got that arm shield and a wingman, there's no better legend to be playing to try and level up that Evo shield. And he only needs 2 damage to get that done before he's going to have a little bit extra HP to work with.
Gibby is just one of those legends that when you're playing, you're like, ugh, I'm a Gibby, I just get hit so easily. And then you're playing against Gibby, you're like, ugh, he's a Gibby, he just takes so much damage for free. It's one of those weird situations where Gibraltar is just in this amazing position, and we're seeing such a Gibraltar meta at the moment. And it's surprising considering how big his hitbox is compared to others. But the shield is just such a fantastic addition. And of course, his bubble shield, arguably one of the best abilities in the game. Very important for getting across the map, especially in Olympus as well, when there is a lot of open field, a lot of open areas where you can get hit by. And his ultimate, you can see now, the Gibraltar bombs just coming down and arriving, and maybe this is going to have to be a fight here as Lou, Rogue, and Drop look to try and push up on this team.
Yeah, they've got to push up as well because they've only got 30 seconds until that zone will start closing, and that zone is going to hurt as well, as we see reps in the kill feed from TSM as well. So TSM still alive in this lobby, but 14 squads still remaining. Pretty impressive here on Olympus to see so many squads still alive as round 3 will be closing. Nathan, Rocker, and Sweet, one of the teams that I said to look out for before we got underway here. They're still alive, but they are coming under pressure from a defensive bombardment. This time being used in a more offensive way from an opposition's Gibraltar, as their Gibraltar, lots of Gibraltar here, Rocket will be taken down momentarily.
You can hear the comms in the background as well. That's one of the beauties of Twitch Rivals, and one of the reasons why I love Apex Legends is just how hectic the communication can be, but how important the communication is as well. Those teams who can master how to communicate effectively in a way where it's not too kind of messy, but you can get your points across and you can ensure that your teammates know exactly where you need to be or where they need to be. It's definitely a skill, knowing how to communicate effectively. But this zone is coming in, and you can see plenty of people trying to get inside, and they might have to take a little bit of damage before they're able to get into the next circle.
It will drop to Lou, and Rogue have managed to kind of sneak their way around the outside of things here. Just in the kill feed there, I saw Monsoon with a Kraber in his hands, and he just got a knock. And one of the most exciting things to watch is Monsoon with a Kraber in his hand. So if we do get the opportunity to do that, we must pop over and give him a little bird's eye view. But they're going to have to fight their way in once again here. They're taking a kind of edge rotation here, which they'll be fine with, because they have that Gibraltar as well. They can push teams off with the defensive bombardment. They can bubble forward and take those massive fights should they need to do so. But at the moment, they're just looking for picks. They're looking for their next move, and that's where a leader like Lou, someone who knows this map inside and out, is really going to stand out for this team.
At the moment, there's a lot of objects to hide behind where they're not kind of stuck in the open area, so they don't have to worry too much. But at some point, they're going to have to move into this next zone. So that'll be what they're communicating about. They'll be talking about how they're going to get into this next place, where other teams are currently residing, who they should maybe be thinking about pushing. And look at this. This building still very much in this next circle. These guys are in prime position, you could argue. They're going to be able to see other teams coming in from the circle, just be a nuisance, be able to take some shots, but they are very aware of another team very close in that next building.
Yeah, other teams are going to have to rotate into them. So Lulu's team are going to be pretty comfortable at the moment, just putting some shots down to burn some resources of some teams around them. The important thing here is to make sure that one of your players does not get knocked and someone else can come in and steal away this position that they're holding down. So Lulu doing a great job here, just peeking this window, making sure she gets some damage down to stop those players pushing across to try and steal this position from them. Such a vital thing to do, even though you might take a little bit of damage yourself. You've got to make sure that you're dishing a bit out just to slow those pushes down.
So 8 squads left. That means that everyone who's still alive has achieved already 2 placement points. So we are coming up to the next threshold. If you can get to the top 7, you guarantee yourself 3. And then if you can finish top 5, you get 4, 4th 5, 3rd 7, 2nd 9, and 1st 12. Of course, all those points are going to be very important with it being a match point format. After game 4, we are going to be seeing, of course, people get onto match point and have that chance to win the game. And really, it's going to be about who can have the consistency, Mark, who can get to that match point and actually pull off the W.
Yeah, 100%. And one team that is known for consistency is, of course, TSM. Recently won an ALGS tournament themselves, and what is the new addition to this lineup? Snipe down a couple of tournaments under their belt now. I don't think we can really call it a new addition. It is just the TSM lineup trying to break their way into where this circle is going to be moving. But it looks on the other side of things that Lou, Rogue, and Dropped are going to be trying to hold them out as well with some nice massive shots. You can see a couple of players stacked up on this door. So no one's going to want to be opening that door and peeking into a massive shot without having the ability to ADS themselves. So a few moments here of calm before the zone will move in. Only 5 squads now remaining in the lobby. Excuse me, 7 squads. I can't read properly. However, I will do my best to work on that as these games do progress. But not a huge amount of teams left means there will be space for these teams to hold down inside that zone.
I think you were right with 5. I think maybe it was just about a 10-second difference between one of these streams. So don't worry, you are not going insane. I saw the number 5 as well. We are good. We're Gucci. Your math isn't that bad, but they know, and you can hear, they need to find a way to push in, but you heard they were short on meds as he get absolutely melted. Dropped, and Lou are just going to have to probably leave him for dead there and try and push on, get some placement points, see if they can pick up some KP on the way. Big shots with a Mastiff, but it's not going to be enough, and that's them wiped.
Yeah, and that was TSM as well, making that push in, so Reps and Hal still alive, as well as Snipe down. So full complement here of players as we get to our final 4 squads. The bubble will go as well, and Hal's going to be beaming with the 301, but not a lot of ammo to work with, and this is something that is synonymous with Imperial Hal. Light gun, probably doesn't have any ammo left for it, so if you're playing on his team, make sure you're carrying a little bit extra.
Well, Snipe down has fallen, but it doesn't matter because they've got the wipe of all 3. They can pick him up, they can get some armor. Maybe they could even push on and get a victory here. I do wonder, Mark, how the community has responded, to be honest, with TSM taking a full lineup into this. There is obviously pressure on them to win this tournament, because realistically, as one of the, if not the only full squad here, they should be winning. But it is great practice for them. I mean, I can't go against that. It's going to be phenomenal practice.
Oh, 100%. They were grinding ranked yesterday. You know, TSM, they love to take things seriously. And yeah, they're doing exactly that. There was some good fun in all of their streams yesterday where, you know, there were some subs on the line for who could get the most kills in a few games, and Snipedown was winning that. He was doing least damage but picking up most kills because, you know, that's how he's made a career. I'm only joking, Snipedown, don't worry about it. He said it himself, you know, he's very good at picking up kills when they need to. But 3 squads now remaining. So you want to be the third party. You do want to know, do not want to be the first team to engage in one of these fights. You want to see another team fight. You want to swoop in as that third party, do as little damage as possible for maximum results. TSM, one of those teams, just waiting for the opportunity to do so.
And I think I saw Albralelie get knocked as well and potentially taken out of the game, so
2 squads.
That may have been, yeah, that's going to be 2 squads left now, so it's going to be Reptar's squad on the other side. And, well, yeah, there we go. Albralelie a little bit behind. You can see we've jumped over to 5 squads. This is how Albralelie's team probably got wiped out. We get to get a little rewind feature to see what happened in this current situation. I did see it happen in the kill feed, Mark. And I mean, I wanted to see the Albralelie versus TSM happen. Didn't quite happen in game 1, but maybe game 2.
There's a box.
So, as you say, we're a little bit back in time here, but it does give us the opportunity to break down exactly what happened in this particular situation for Madness Factor. But we're going to go back into real time right now because there's still 2 squads remaining in this game. And one of those teams is Aprizi, Shiny, and Reptar. So 2 members of Complexity. Usually it's Monsoon who's going to be on board and completing that lineup. But Aprizi on the Wraith. He's going to be more than happy to play that role of Monsoon. However, Monsoon, one of the most insane players that you will ever see. You were talking about it earlier. 2v3s, 1v3s, it doesn't matter to Monsoon. But here comes the bubble fight between our final 2 teams. And Aprizi with the Mastiff in hand. The first knock will go to TSM, though, as Snipedown manages to pick up one. That'll be traded out almost immediately. Not a lot of hate to work with Reptar. Last player alive, but Snipedown will pick up the final kill. When you can hear the "Let's go, baby," the synonymous sign of an esports team and player winning a game. Welcome back, Wade. What a game. What a start.
Can we talk about that in esports? This has always been a frustration of me, that the moment a team has achieved the status where they can stop going, they say, let's go. Like, let's...
There's no sense to be made of it. It's just...
You already went. That's what you're celebrating.
Let's let people enjoy things.
It's wonderful. TSM takes down the first...